So one thing I love is new kitchen products. And today I have a really cool one. It's an all-in-one grill / griddle / air fryer. A grill that goes up to 500 Fahrenheit, a big air fryer basket, and even a cast iron griddle attachment to cook your breakfast on. So I wanted to come up with a meal that could show off all three features with my first time use to see if it can actually cook a complete meal. So today we're gonna do a steak and eggs. So we're gonna start by cooking our steak on the grill. And this goes up to 500 Fahrenheit to make sure you get a really nice sear. After that, we're gonna use the griddle attachment to not only fry our eggs, but then we're also gonna use it for a few other little things. And lastly, we're gonna use the air fryer basket and we're gonna crisp up some potatoes to see how that works. So to get started, if you're gonna follow along for whatever reason, I'm just parboiling some potatoes. You just want these to get soft. They're just some mini potatoes, half cut. This way they fry way easier and they get crispy and soft on the inside. I got a beautiful dry aged steak. Yes, it is supposed to look that color. Some tomatoes, some eggs, some bread, and some cheese, just because. Now this is the Ninja Grill / Griddle. This is the XL version. Let's open it up. Now the first attachment you're gonna have on that's going to always stay on is the grill. It's a really nice heavy cast iron with a little drainage area right here for the grease. It can easily be ejected right here, removed, and cleaned at any points. When you wanna use it again, just click it into place. The rest of the attachments, they just pop right into place over top and they get all that heat and you can cook right on them. This is that extra big air fryer basket. You can see it sits over top so that air can flow underneath, and you got that nice powerful fan with the element right on top. So we're gonna start by salting our steak, and you wanna get all the way around it. Do not be light with the salt. I'm just using table salt. So let's get our grill started. Now we're gonna cook this pretty hot. We're gonna turn the machine on and we wanna start, you can see we can select different settings here. Grill, roast, broil, break, or bake, I said break. There's barbecue griddle, air crisp, dehydrate. You have everything here. But we're gonna be grilling today. So we're gonna turn that on right there. So shutting the lid will automatically start to preheat the machine and get that grill nice and hot. So if you want to change the heat at any point, you can click on this right here and you can change from low, medium, high to max grill, which is what we're doing. It's been on preheat now for about 5 minutes, so we're gonna let it continue to preheat to see how long it actually takes. So our preheat is officially done. Now, one cool thing I want to show you guys is on the side here, you're gonna notice this little opening right here. Now what this is actually a built-in thermometer that you can use for your meat. So it magnetically sticks to the side. I accidentally just burnt it on my on my stove. So be careful if you have a warm element nearby, you're gonna melt the plastic. And it just plugs directly in the side, and you can actually use this while your stuff is in the machine. So what we're gonna do is stick our probe into our meat. This way we can get the perfect 125 is about what I'm looking for on our steak here. I'm gonna add just a little bit of oil to our grill here. Just a little bit. That's probably a bit more than a little bit. And we're gonna throw on our meat here. Now we're gonna leave this for roughly 2 minutes aside to let cook. And then we're gonna flip it so we get that perfect sear. We can close the lid, and what this is actually going to do is this is going to keep that heat in, and it's going to keep that smoke from your house as well if things get a little smoky. Now check this out. We can actually press preset, and this is going to show us different doneness for our meat. So you can see the current temperature and the target temperature right at the top there. So if I'm at 109, it would be 109 if you're going for that. But we're gonna go for medium rare, and we're gonna do medium rare beef. So after 2 minutes, we should be able to give this a little flip here. And look at those grill marks right there. Let's go ahead and close this for a little bit longer. So our target temperature is now 116. That is for medium rare because it will finish a little bit more after. So I love this. We can just monitor our internal temperature the whole time. And that way we can easily know when it's gonna be done. And I'm just gonna be flipping it every few minutes, making sure I get a sear on every direction. Now, while that's going, I do wanna prep my potatoes that I parboiled. I just add, even though I'm air frying them, a little bit of oil. That just helps them get a little bit crispier. We're gonna go salt. We're gonna go to pepper. Good amount of pepper. And then a little bit of paprika. Make sure that all gets mixed together. Those are ready to air fry now. We're gonna open that up. It is looking fine. We wanna get that fat cap rendered as well. So we gotta give it a little flip here. Let's give that a close. Now look at that sear on that fat cap. Oh man, that turned out perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and sear that other side now. Let's close this up. Okay, our steak is done. We're going to get it out of there and let it rest for about 10 minutes while we do the rest of the food. So now it is griddle time. We're gonna throw on our griddle attachment right here. We got our griddle on. And now what we wanna do is we wanna change our attachment. So we're gonna go over here and we're gonna go to barbecue griddle. Now you can set your temperature anywhere between 200 to 400. We're obviously gonna keep it at 400. And we can shut the lid again, and that is going to warm up that griddle and do a bunch of preheating so we're ready to use it and fry some eggs. So we're now good to use our griddle. Let's turn this on. We're gonna go a little bit of oil for our eggs. Let's get those bad boys on there. This is gonna be pretty hot. Ooh. We got some tomatoes here. I'm gonna put a little bit of oil right there. Let those tomatoes roast. This might be too hot. Need to go some pepper. Of course, a pinch of salt. And why not a little bit of paprika? You can just see how quick those eggs are. Look at that non-stick pan. That is what you want out of a non-stick right there. The eggs that can just move around before they're even finished. That's how you know it's a good pan. You want to get these tomatoes, a little bit of blistering on there. Dropped one. I don't know how well you like your eggs done, but those are almost finished for me. I like leaving the white a little bit unfinished. Oh yeah, those look perfect. We got some blistering tomatoes right there. Now we need to take off our griddle attachment because we're gonna be air frying last. Now the last mode we're gonna change it to is air crisp right here. You wanna make sure you have that at max heat. We're just doing some potatoes, so we're gonna get that up to 450. These are gonna cook super fast, and we're gonna get that preheating. So last thing, to use the air fryer, we just wanna throw in our potatoes. These should get air crisp. Let's leave these for, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes. While that's going, it's time to slice up our steak. So let's see if this cooked to a perfect medium rare. I don't know, it feels a little overdone to me. Oh, pretty close. Look at this. Look at that pink there. That thing looks spectacular. Check that out. Oh my gosh. You gotta be a little impatient. Oh my God. So good. Now to finish off our meal, let's add our steak on there. Got to have a little bit of presentation. I'm adding a few balls of bocconcini, the cheese. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's check on our potatoes. Oh my God, these are already looking crispy. I'm gonna throw a little bit of toast in there as well so it can get crispy. Look at the toast, it's actually working pretty good. And potatoes look pretty close to done. I think we're just about done here. That really didn't take long. We're gonna take our toast that is now perfectly toasted. And the best part about this is, look, no grease. It all flowed, check this out, directly, look at all that grease in there. But because of the angle of the machine, it all flows directly in the bottom, and the grates stay relatively grease-free. And we can now dump our big helping of potatoes right there. How good does that look? So that thing actually worked way better than I expected to cook this whole meal. Look at that, steak, eggs, everything. And now, realistically, are you gonna use all three features in one meal? Probably not, but the fact that I could get this medium rare steak right here, perfect. these beautiful runny eggs. Check this out. And these crispy air fried potatoes. All in one. Ninja XL grill. I think this is a kitchen item that will actually save you a lot of time and give you another option if you only have your stove and oven and they just aren't quite working right. Doesn't use up too much space, smokeless free, and really simple to use. The built-in temp gauge I think is my favorite part. The fact that it has a probe that interacts with the machine makes things so much easier.